Hello, I'm EnterElysium, and welcome back to From the Depths. Okay, so we have a decision about how to attack, and I have been reading the comments, and there were some very good comments, some very insightful comments. Some people saying we should attack the lightning herds, a lot of people saying the Onyx Watch, and they were actually very reasoned for attacking the Onyx Watch. So let's actually bring up the map screen. They were like, basically, the Onyx Watch is, fairly slim frontage, so, you can concentrate your forces. They're very slow, so you can, attack them with your ships and get lots of firepower on them. They don't focus on anything like lasers or anything, so your current lineup's probably going to be reasonably good against them. They're also not too hard, etc. There's very, very good tactical reasons why I should attack them. Then there's some people saying, oh, you should attack lightning herds because your force is already over there. I don't mind repositioning my forces. I can do that off camera. But there was one comment, and I know I'm gonna go say this. One comment said we should attack the white flayers. And the reason was an actual in-universe reason. As opposed to, like, a gaming reason, it was an actual in-universe reason. And the reason was this. If we bring up the faction info. The white flayers are a cult of religious zealots that have a massive compound in the grasslands, blah, 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 blah. Would they have flayed God to the crazed followers? The high priest of the flayed gods of pale skin often wear purple ceremonial robes, blah, 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 blah. All the while building sophisticated military which they've commissioned the lightning hoods to build for them. The high priest used their followers to meet their own goals. The flayed ones, as the followers are called, have been unknowingly taking small doses of mind-altering drugs during ceremonies for years. These zealots are so out of their mind with devotion that they cut and mar their own skin in honor of the flayed god. Each and every one of them would gladly kill or die for the command of the high priest. The flayed ones build their own military vehicles to suit their needs. They like to get in close, blah, 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 blah. So they can bring the enemy closer to the flayed god by flaying the flesh off their bones. The plunder from those raids go back to fill the coffers of the high priests. They're basically like the Reavers out of Firefly. They aren't nice people. And some people have said that there's also in-universe stuff somewhere else that, like, they use terrorist bombs and stuff and all this kind of stuff. They're not nice people. They're probably the worst people in the entire game. I mean, the Deepwater Guard are only pirates. These guys are crazed religious zealots who want to flay the flesh from your bones. And they like us. They're friendly. I honestly think that there was very, very good reasons, tactical reasons, why we should attack other people. And I very much appreciate that. But in-universe, these guys, they've got to be stopped. Now, of course, this will put us in a terrible position because they're in the middle of the map and then we'll be touching everyone else. And then it'll be a case of, well, we're going to get attacked from all sides. But I like the idea of attacking them because of their in-universe reason. It was a really well thought out reason, and I'm going to go for it. So if we have a quick look at diplomacy, they are friendly with us. They're friendly with the Scarlet Dawn. But they're not allied with anyone, which is very good. Okay. Scarlet Dawn, hi. I would like to bribe you. How do I bribe you? Hello. I'm going to bribe you with... I've got, like, loads of oil. So let's just... I've got loads of natural as well. Let's get a bit of natural on. There we go. We've now got an ally. We're on the brink of war with you, though. Oh, hi. I would like to just a little bit more. Get you up to, like, 20. There we go. Maybe get the Twin Guard up a little bit. Get you up a little bit. Okay, and we're still allied with the Scarlet. That's fine. We've got everyone above 20. We're going to be going to war with you. But we won't be doing it right now. So, if we get rid of that screen. This is very much a tactical episode. We have a couple of issues if we're going to go to war with them. They have a very large territory. I did make an extra satellite. Where are you? The Stormtrooper, the HMSS Stormtrooper. The HMSS Stormtrooper went through their lands and had a quick survey. Because, they're friendly with us, we got to just run through their lands and have a survey. So I now know a lot more information. I know they've got, like, a base up here. They've got some, like, volcanic sort of lands around here. There's the Twin Guard up here. Scarlet Dawn are pretty big, actually, over here. Steel Striders are somewhere here, I think. I can't remember who's here. But the point is, they've got quite a lot of land in the center, and we're going to need a much bigger frontage to be able to really take these guys on. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we're going up against the Deepwater Guard, we only had 3 squares to contend with. Now we have 6, and when we do our initial attack, we're not going to know how effective our initial attack is going to be, so we're going to need like forces behind our lines to be able to fill gaps, plug holes, reinforce damage fleets. We're going to need to be able to actually take on 6, and then we'll be going down to 4. But we will need to be able to actually take out this initial line. This initial line is pretty strong. I mean, there's 145 here, 129, a 93, 193 with a resource zone, so that's understandable. But we're going to need a pretty tough force to take them on with. So this brings me to the first thing in our inventory. We have a new ship, which you probably have seen if you've been watching the last 2 episodes. We'll build it here. Why not? Right. Missile sub Lure. I would like to spawn at 30. Just drop it immediately because we'll use the tractor beam. And we'll tractor beam it with the top one, why not? Just so you can see it a bit better. Missile sub Lure, select vehicle, up. Elevation, 0. So, people have been saying for a long time, we should get a submarine. Submarines are amazing. You should get a sub. Wow, the tractor beams, not the tractor beams, sorry, the repair technicals really slow down the frame rate. Woohoo. I mean, there are a lot of them. There is a stupid amount of tractor beam. Tractor beam, tentacles. God damn it. So here is our sub. I honestly think this is one of the more beautiful craft I've made. I know people liked the laser destroyer type craft, but I honestly absolutely love this submarine. This sub is amazing. It looks like a sub, and it actually works, mostly. Is it done? It's done! That was quick. How much do you cost? Less than 200,000 metal. I mean, it's expensive, but less than 200,000 metal, It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I think we're ready to take it out. It's pretty shallow water here, which isn't a great situation for it, but we should be okay. Right, let's name you. Hello, I would like to name you. I'm going to name you HMS Venance. There's no hyphens, so it's Venance Slimzy. Slimzy. Oh, that just seems wrong without the hyphen. The HMS Venance. That sounds pretty good. The HMS Venance. Okay, this is a Venance class submarine. I would like to then close that. Oh, you know what? Actually, there's one thing I want to change. These propellers aren't coloured. We should probably colour you. Okay, let's do that now. Build mode. Whee! Seriously, I want to go down. Let me go down. Oh, we're in degraded mode. Okay. Really? Okay, fair enough. Color replace mode, and we're going to replace these with... What color should these propellers be? I'm honestly tempted by white. That looks okay. Yeah, I'll do that. So, the missile sub is designed to go down to about 100, 120 meters below the surface, and then just to spam missiles, torpedoes, and even mines. It should be pretty powerful, but I haven't tested it in combat, and I deliberately haven't tested it in combat for several reasons. Firstly, because I could test it in combat in the vehicle designer, but then I'd be able to know exactly how it's going to come out, know what, have everything prepared. I don't want to do that. I like having, the first time we try it out be in campaign. Okay, and we can now save you. Save constructible as the HMS Venance. Right. And now one thing has been suggested is that because of all the different names of ships and so on, people are actually losing track of what ship is what. I mean, if we come over here, we've got the Patrick Craig, the David Potter, the Tarquin. Oh, you need to repair. And people forget, what each ship does. And what each ship is in terms of like what its actual class is. Like, you know, can you remember what the Candyman is, the stowaway cell? I mean, I can, but it might be a bit more difficult for, you know, viewers to follow along, especially if they've missed a few episodes. So what has been suggested is that I could like include at the end of like the names what I'm thinking, like F, which means frigate, and C for corvette, and I'd be like F1, which is our first frigate, C1, first corvette, and then there'd be maybe it'd have to be 2 letters because then I've got cruiser. Yeah, CR1, and then like battleship, battle cruiser. Basically, so that people could remember instantly at a glance what sort of a force has. So here you might be like, I don't know what the names mean, but it would say stowaway cell, F1, Candyman, F1, Doodle Hog, and that would be like D1 for destroy. I'm not sure what the Doodle Hog really is in terms of classification, but we'll see. Yeah, I definitely want feedback on that, because that is something I will just, I don't mind if that would make it easier for people. Let's go for it. Are we going to take you out? Can I make it? Can I make it? It's degraded mode. Can I make it? I need to land on the conning tower. Let me just aim. Yes! Ah! And I'm going to do a quick tour for those of you who didn't see the building episode. Why is it wet in here? It shouldn't be wet. We do have an air pump in here, right? You know what? I don't think we've got an air pump in here. Ah, oops. My bad. I've just flooded the entire command section, which, you know, hindsight, not a good thing. I would like to go to water, air pump. No, apparently not breached. Okay, anyway. Oh, it's because it's degrading mode, I guess. It doesn't appear to be degrading mode anymore. Hurrah! How are we doing? We haven't got down to our depth because it's too shallow. And now we're having problems. Okay, Home fleet. Venance. I would like you to make you a new fleet. HMS Venance. Can you come north, please? Whoa, what is that? A bug. That's what it is. Oh god. Pull all. Oh, okay, right. 10 times speed. Just get a little bit of distance. Don't crash into the seabed. That's not really what my capital ship does. Well, not capital ship, flagship. Can you be my flagship? Mean you are a sub? But I really want to test you out, right? You're my new shiny thing. How shallow is the water here? I think the water over here is actually pretty shallow, so let's take you over here, and then we'll get you to go north. We really should just, like, have a staging area. One thing people suggested is make our bases much stronger, like, especially with the Alcatraz's class. It's just not strong enough to really take out, you know, enemies that attack it. Because, you know, it doesn't have a weapon. And people suggested maybe we could have a new one of that, so that's something I will be building soon. Also, I want to be able to build, like, a light, small corvette that just runs up with, like, a close-in gun and just peppers the enemy. That I would like. In fact, we'll probably build that based off the corvette hull, the Doodle Hog hull. It's not Doodle Hog's not a corvette, but the hydrofoil type really fast so it can get in. Okay, I'd like to go to 1 times speed. I'd like to spawn you in. And we can see it dive. So it dives reasonably fast. I don't know if it's going to have enough depth here. Probably not. No, it's not going to have enough. But it should see the terrain and pull up. Please pull up. Yes. Which is why it's now having problems. It's nowhere near its optimum depth. It needs another 25 meters. Let's manually hit the propellers. There we go. Seriously? We're not going to pull up? There we go. Good sub. Wow, that altitude is really low. Yeah, minus 150. We need to go a little bit up now, actually. Okay, I'll let the AI take over. We're in deep enough water now. Okay. Hup. Aha! Right, let's go this way first of all. Boop. I should probably close these doors, but... This is a torpedo room. It has, I probably need a bit more armor down there. It has loads of torpedoes. It is like, what, 16? There's 4 long-range ones. Then there's like, I think 8 medium range. Yeah, and then it's got 4 short range. So actually there's, oh god. Ah! Damn it! There's also ammo over here. Huzzah! Huzzah! Close. You. This is a very quick preview of the sub if you haven't seen the last episodes. Missile room, which looks lovely. There's like so many missiles. Ammo processors and the room I fear, the ammo room. Oh my god, I'm scared of being anywhere near that room. Just don't drop a match. Hup. Okay, I'm being pushed sideways now. Can't let me. Aha! Close door. Those doors are important to close, otherwise like the sub might flood if we take damage. Come on. And I've got lure blocks controlling my roll because it's hard otherwise. So I've written special lure. I'm not even bother showing you. If you want to see that, like I said, there are episodes for that. And now we're at our correct depth and we're going up and down. That's the surface. And I'll do a test fire of missiles for you. That is beautiful, right? Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. There are torpedoes. We also have mines, by the way. You know, just in case we get directly below someone. Oh, and we've got shields. You can see vaguely the outline of the shields. I made them transparent because people said that we should have transparent shields. So that is what we have done. Okay, I'm going to leave you to do your thing. And I'm going to go back, and I'm probably going to produce another sub. I feel confident enough about the sub design that I feel we could produce another one. So I would like to go to Elysium home base, spawn, teleport. Whee! And I would like to spawn Venance. Where's the Venance class? There we go. Grab Venance class. And we're going to build another one of these. Now, I'm only going to build 2 of these for the moment. This one is going to be named the Harrison Cooper Trent. I don't have a hyphen. I can't use a hyphen. Harrison Cooper... No, I don't know. The Cooper Trent class? No, that's got a hyphen in it. The Harrison class? Might be Harrison class, yeah. Then we're going to build, I think, maybe another cruiser. And I think I'll just get back to you once I've built all of the new ships for our armada. We're going to have to spend quite a lot of our metal. I'm not massively I'm not massively a fan of building more Wing Zeros. They are a little bit squishy. And I'm not sure what the White Flare is going to be like in terms of their fighting me. I don't really want to metagame it too much and read too much in advance what they're going to be equipped with. So I'm not really confident about building something like the Wing Zero class for now. I mean, we've got some on the board, and that's happy enough for me to go, right, they'll do the job. If we need to build more, we can. Oh, I can let you down. Have fun. Don't crash. Please. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to build a load more ships, and I'll be back with you in a bit. And bring you back to something I quickly knocked up. So the wooden Apaches were pretty good at being cheap drones. However, people have been saying we should get like a quick reaction air force. And really, the wooden Apaches wouldn't really do that job because they die way too quick. So what I've done is I've gone to a wooden Apache, I've grabbed it, and I've replaced all the wood with lightweight metal alloy, which means that it's going to cost us metal, but we have, you know, still got 450,000 metal right now. So this is the lightweight metal Apache, and it weighs in at just over 12,000 metal, which isn't terrible actually. I was fearing it could be a lot higher. One thing I have added, as you might have noticed, is this missile system next to the rotor blade. So the wooden Apache is vulnerable to missiles. It doesn't have a way to really dodge them. It's too slow. It's you know, pretty stationary target in terms of targeting, and it doesn't have any missile defenses. So what I've done is I have added this, which is an anti-missile missile. I've got one on each side, and they are set up to fire if a hostile missile is closer than 1.4 kilometers. They only fire forwards, but there will be enough of these, like they'll be in a group, so hopefully they'll be able to cover each other. I don't know whether it's going to be particularly effective. We'll have to test it out, but it was fairly cheap. All it's going to be, really, in terms of combat efficiency, is going to be it's going to drain on ammo. It should be fine, really. I'm hoping it will be. So now this is actually a proper aircraft. We can actually name it properly. So let us save constructible. So it's not designed to work as a drone. It's actually got value. You will be the RAF, and I believe we are down to WAD, VDH. Although the VDH looks like a designation, so I'm just going to go with the RF WAD. Otherwise, it would look a little bit more complicated, especially if we added the letters or stuff afterwards to be like, this is a helicopter. So the RF WAD, this is a WAD class helicopter. I'm kind of digging it. So, I will get back to you with the rest of the fast attack air wing soon. And welcome to the new and improved cruiser. The David Potter class has got a significant upgrade in terms of its paint job. Also, people complain about the shields, so I made them transparent. I think that was the right call. I think you were right, completely right, that the shields ruined the aesthetic. So now the shields are like almost invisible. Like you can just about see them where they overlap, but other than that, it's very hard to spot them. Like, you can just about spot this against the water. But other than that, it's just a paint job. It now also has some missile interceptors. Here and here, and it also has some repair drones in different places and all that. And the laser defenses are significantly improved in terms of there's just more of them. So basically now I'm hoping that it'll be able to basically move impervious to most missiles unless you like really spam them. It should be pretty good. Other than that, no real changes as such. I'm still a bit concerned about the KKVs. They don't seem to be pointing upwards. Like, I definitely checked this. It's a spin block. Or turret spin block, but it doesn't seem to be wanting to point upwards very much. I'm just going to have to keep an eye on that. Have you collided with someone? Please don't do that. Okay. And it's got a little helicopter pad. Oh, I'm really kind of pleased with how it's turned out with the paint job. Makes it look nice. Also, the insides are now properly compartmentalized, so you can see this is a compartment. There isn't like just a big area here. Go through here, engine compartment. Like, the entire thing is now cut into sections, so that instead of like the entire back getting flooded with one puncher, it now takes like quite a lot to actually, punch through. Especially since it's such a heavy ship, it will sink if you, get rid of the buoyancy. If you actually like put holes in the hull, it will sink. It will not just float. It will actually go down. So, also the internal partitions are made of lightweight metal alloy to make sure it actually, stays reasonably above the water so that these missiles can fire rather than just going blob, 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 blob. It makes it more expensive. We're up to 2/3 of a million metal. But I honestly think it's going to be great, and we're going to do an upgrade on the existing David Potter classes. This one is actually the HMS Lit Geek, so welcome HMS Lit Geek to our Navy. You are good. We can take you up plane. Okay, what else have we got to talk about? We've got the Sam Kirk, another of our laser destroyers. What else did I build? We've got, two subs up here, the Venance and the Harrison. We have... Aha! I just get you to all repair. That might be a good idea. They keep colliding with each other. I can't help it. Right, so we have our lovely little air wing. And you notice that there is a Doodle Hog class sitting here at the bottom. Yeah, I thought about it, and I was like, well, if you think about it properly... You'd be the Duranku. The air wing actually travels about the same speed as our Doodle Hog class. And they will probably need, like, repairs because they keep colliding with each other. So instead, we have 2 Sandmen and 8 Wars. And you might be wondering, what's the Sandman doing here? It was terrible. It never worked. I poked around with it. I don't know why, but it seems to work now. I'm not sure it would work in a battle. We said that about the Sandman, but we now have a different form of the Sandman available. This one's slightly different. I'll go over what the changes are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Sandman and Sandman 1. Since they are air forces, and they're probably going to get designated by wings, I'm going to call you Sandman and Sandman 2. So, Sandman 1, Sandman 2. And we're going to have the Ward 1, 2, 3, 4. And there should actually be enough wards here. There aren't. Where's my last ward? Am I missing a ward somewhere? I'm missing a ward class. Do we just, like, lose a ward class? because I was going to have 2 sets of 8. I could just build one with the Duranku, which is, a nice thing. So we've got, basically, I'm going to call them by wings. So we're going to go up to about 4. And then you are going to be the Fowler wing. Eric Fowler. So we're just going to call you the Fowler for now. So you're going to be the Fowler 1. Fowler 2. Because these guys will die quite a lot. So instead of just naming each one individually, they are going to operate in wings all the time. So I might as well just name the entire wing. And that's going to be the Fowler 3. And we've got to make a Fowler 4. So let's just spawn everyone in. I would like to play forces. I would like to warp to this force. Oh, it didn't teleport everyone in. Ta-da! This looks incredibly dangerous. There we go. Someone's got collided with... God damn it. I should probably set them up as an actual fleet and have them like different spawn positions so they don't all spawn on top of each other. Oh, God. It's like herding cats. It really is. I really should put collision blocks that just warn them when there's a collision, but not sure they'd work because they've got 6 dimensions to worry about. Let's just build an extra ward class quickly. I would like you to build a ward. I would like you to hold it at... Yeah, that's fine. The great thing is, going around, the Doodlehog class can just, like, build stuff behind it. Oh, it's so good! Especially when it's just cheap air vehicles. You can just be like, build the air vehicle, and... that would actually work right now. But we're just going to make it complete. Come on. Is it too far away for our actual... No, we got it. Okay. And we'll rename you to... force name... You are Fowler 4. Okay. I'm going to get the entire group too. Really? I have to shift-click all of them? Oh, it's going to take a while. I'd like to all repair. Okay. So let's go and have a look at the new and improved Sandman. So the Sandman is not slightly different now. A lot of very micro changes. And I did change a few things like about the missiles themselves. Didn't make them laser designated because they just didn't seem to work. But I've also put in bombs. So basically these bombs, if we have a look at them, frag, EMP, explosive, and a magnet. And they should be dropped over the top of an enemy. Generally, I was having some issues with the torpedoes because they'd seem to launch ahead and stuff and all that. And overall, I think changing the layout, making it a bit simpler works. We'll have to see if it'll actually work as, an actual aircraft, because we have had issues with that before, but I'm hoping. So we've got the Sandman 1 and the Sandman 2 now. The reason that they're called Sandman when we already had a Sandman is that Sandman, the original Sandman, never completed its combat trials. And so it never really got the name. It shouldn't have been named until after it completed combat trials. It never completes combat trials, so the new Sandman is called the Sandman, since the first Sandman was the experimental prototype. This one is still an experimental prototype, and just hopefully it won't die too quickly. We've had more collisions, haven't we? Oh, god damn it. Really? Herding cats. It's like herding cats. Anyway, we're just gonna go and I'm gonna upgrade the other forces, and then we're gonna talk about deployment, and I think we'll end this episode, and then next episode I think it's wartime. I definitely do want to make a little, speedy Corvette that can go around and shoot things really fast, and I do want to make an improved outpost, but I think we've had quite a lot of episodes where not war, so people are probably clamoring for war by now. Yeah. I also completely forgot to mention the upgrades to the Doodlehog, didn't I? Yeah, I coloured the Doodlehog, and it now has a shield here. You can see the shadow, basically a shield protecting the command bit, because what was happening is shells were bouncing on the front and then landing in the command area. So the command area is actually getting hit way more than its size would indicate. So there's actually a shield protecting that, so it should not get hit as much. It's still vulnerable to side shots and probably some really high angle shots, but in theory, it's actually a lot more protected from the front. Don't think there's anything really more to say. There weren't any major changes. Oh, I put some more engines on the back just to make sure it gets pushed down a little more, because the engine here, this main one, was a bit pushing up into the air slightly, and that's why it was bouncing quite a lot. This will also increase its top speed, so I'm very pleased with that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Okay. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's just have a look at our lineup. I probably want the Eric to come a little bit closer and basically use the Eric as a mobile observation platform, since we now have our satellites as well. But the Eric can still be of use. Right, so up here, basically going to be taking on their like outpost in the 193. This is going to be a big battle. We have the Dan Goodall, the Sam Kirk, and the Litgeek. So Wing Zero class frigate, laser destroyer, and then our cruiser. That's going to be one hell of a big fight. In fact, I might want to take the reinforcements. I've got another Wing Zero class here that I am going to send up, and you can be reinforcement up there. I think we'll need it. Over here, taking on the 61, we have the Venance, so our new missile sub, against the 93. Our missile sub, you notice that the missile subs are going up against fairly easy enemies. That's because I need to test them out. So this is the test. They're going up against easy enemies. That said, we've still got 93. 129, we have the Tarquin, so our cruiser, Doodlehog, so laser destroyer, and a Wing Zero. 145, David Potter, so cruiser, Wing Zero class, and laser destroyer again. And then over here against the 96, we have our air wings. So the air wings is going to be tested out against the 96. I've got a Wing Zero class here ready to be like a reinforcement. I don't know where to send it. I might just put the Wing Zero class in over here against this 129. Although I'm still concerned about this 96. But if all things go wrong, we can just wheel to the side of this. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna move you to support these guys here against the 145. And then if everything goes wrong with the air class against the 96, we can wheel them to the side to take out the 96. 129, I'm, hopefully going to be okay on that one. This means we won't have any forces behind our lines, so we are reliant on winning these first few battles. If we do not win these first few battles, the enemy will come storming into our territory and start taking things. And, the Alcatraz can't defend itself. And the Alcatraz is right on the front lines. So, yes, we will have to upgrade our defense, our naval bases to actually have defenses at some point. And we'll also want probably a fast attack cruiser that we can also use as another, quick defense vehicle. Because currently we're relying on air vehicles and the Doodlehog laser class. So basically we're going to try and win these first few battles, push in. I'm going to take this in the first battle. What is this? This is a natural and metal. Natural mainly. Then we'll try and see if we can get this one, though this is on land. That's mainly on oil. Oh, really? On land? Okay. We'll probably have to use our air wing to take that. It's 113, so it's going to be iffy. Then we're going to just push around here, box them in, and then be able to go around the side of this pretty large landmass. I mean, our air wing can go over the landmass, so maybe if our air wing was actually good, we could try that. But in general, I think it's going to be a focus on pushing around the edge. So we just got to hope our cordon wins. If our cordon wins, I feel confident. If our cordon doesn't, well, we're in massive trouble. But after the cordon, our frontage shortens, and we should be pretty okay. This means that we're going into several episodes of insane battling. I have no idea what the enemy are throwing at us. I haven't really looked at the White Slayer's forces. The White Flayer's forces. It's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. I am looking forward to this with a bit of trepidation and a bit of, caution. But I feel good. We've got some good ships. Anyway, I've been EnterElysium. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. It's just a setup episode. I know we've had a couple of building now. We've had a setup episode. But this is coming down to the wire. We are ready to fire the gun and start sprinting right at them. And there's going to be some big battles. So if you enjoyed, please remember to like, not subscribe. Please consider subscribing. And stay shiny.